Hello, everybody. This is Philip. Hope everybody's getting ready for a nice Thanksgiving break. Just wanted to create another short video on the final presentation. The first video, if you've watched it, it should be under the Web Sessions button here on the left side. If you've watched it, we covered the approach and a little bit of the needs discovery part of the presentation. Tonight I'm just going to go briefly into the presentation itself. We'll talk a little bit more about the needs discovery, what you should have for that, and talk a little bit about the presentation. We can get into the negotiation, the close and servicing the sale after you get back from break, but hopefully, like I said, we can keep this pretty brief. So last time we talked about the approach and the needs discovery, also about PowerPoint, maybe how to outline your approach and needs discovery. That would continue on through the presentation. So if you've created slides, again, what I'd recommend in PowerPoint is label your slides, label them approach, and then create three separate slides, one for the greeting, one for the customer's attention, and the transition. Under needs discovery, this is where you'll want to define the needs of your customer. And as I'd mentioned previously, the needs of the customer are what you think they would be expressing to you or have expressed to you in the past. Now I know this takes some creative license to kind of figure out what the customer's going to need. If you had an actual customer, you'd be able to ask them what they're going to need or what they would need, or they'd express that to you. So this is where you got to get a little bit creative and come up with your own needs based on your research that you did back in Module 2. Back in Module 2, you researched your customer, you found out a little bit more about them. So hopefully from that you can gather a few needs that your customer might have for your product. So under needs discovery, and this is where sometimes in the past students have gotten hung up, what you want to do is list those needs. Pick about 2 or 3 needs. Some of you have picked more than that, but it's good to pick at least two needs of your customer and define those needs specifically. So if, for example, you wanted to pick a need, say you're selling a lawnmower or a lawn tractor, one of the needs that your customer might have is that they are looking for a dependable lawnmower, one that will last maybe even specifically more than 5 years. So what you would do with that need is you would identify that need with your customer in the needs discovery. For example, you would say, Mr. Customer, as you had expressed to me previously, you had mentioned that you want a lawn mower that will last longer than 5 years. Is this correct? And when you say, is this correct, that is confirming with the customer that is indeed what his need or her need is. So not only are you defining the need, you are confirming the need with the customer. So you want to do that in your script, on your slides, however you do it. You need to define each individual need. If you have one or two, define those needs, and you could create a separate slide for each need if you want. You could put both needs on one slide, but you define the need, confirm the need with the customer, and then what you want to do is briefly describe how your product will meet that need. So if it's a lawn tractor, the need is the customer needs it to last longer than 5 years. You would say, Mr. Customer, in the following presentation, I'm going to show you or demonstrate to you how my product can meet that need. And that transitions you to the presentation then. After they've defined and confirmed the need, you would explain briefly that you're going to show the customer that your product can meet that need. So hopefully once you've confirmed the need, your product will meet that need. Otherwise, the presentation is kind of a moot point. You need to be able to meet whatever needs your customer is expressing. Then you can transition to the presentation. So define the needs, move to the presentation. The presentation is actually where you will demonstrate what you'd said in the needs discovery. So if you said, Mr. Customer, I will show you in a presentation that this tractor will last longer than 5 years. In the presentation, this is where you'll present the evidence that that is the case. And you can do this in a number of ways. Some of the product information that you'd researched back in Module 2 will be helpful here. So if you can gather more information and say, based on our research, based on market information, based on reviews and trade journals, it's shown that this product will last 5 to 10 years, or maybe it exceeds the 5-year mark. You can prove to your customer that based on this article, based on this trade journal, based on the reviews of other customers, I'm going to this basically demonstrates that the product will meet that 5-year mark or better. So this is where you can bring in other information. And when I'm talking about the slides and where you'll demonstrate that, bring in customer reviews, bring in consumer reports if you have information from Consumer Reports or other websites that show the durability, the longevity of the lawn tractor. And you'll present that evidence both in a slide visual form. You know, if you have a website, provide a screenshot of the website or customer reviews, but you'll also want a script down below what you're talking about in the slide. So I hope that makes sense. You know, some of you are selling services as well. Again, define the needs of the customers and be specific with those needs. Most customers aren't going to say, well, we want a massage, you know, service for a hotel. They're looking for something specific. Try to identify what the specific thing they're looking for. Maybe they want to grow, provide more amenities or services to business travelers. If that's the case, that's a specific need. And the amenity of a massage or spa service fulfills that need. So I hope that makes sense. Again, I'm going to keep this part of the video this video pretty brief. If you have questions about that and what that looks like, I've given you all feedback on your presentation so far. I hope to have everything caught up by tomorrow, Tuesday, which is the day before we go on break. So please read the feedback that I provided. It kind of mirrors what I'm saying here, but if you have any questions about the approach, needs discovery, any part of the presentation, please let me know. And again, a really good tip here is to outline, using your slides, outline the whole presentation based on what we see here in the presentation overview. So create a slide that says approach, create a slide that says need discovery, create a slide that says presentation, and put your answer all of the various questions that you see bulleted here under each one of those slides. So I will leave you now to enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. But again, if you have any questions, please post them under the discussion forum on Consultation Corner. When you ask your question here, your other classmates can benefit from the question you ask and the answer I provide. Or if you want to send me an email, feel free to do that too. But hope this helps. And again, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you after the break.